Good afternoon. Of course, our first Grand Prix of Indonesia since 1990 weeks ago was quickest again, fast out of the gate. In tricky conditions this morning, a wonder on the podium, of course, in Qatar. Enea Bastianini, our round one winner in Doha. Martin Marini, the Gian Antonio, and Darren Binder. The world. He said when he was riding with the president in the build-up to this Indonesia.
I mean, I hope it comes good before race day, but it could, for example, first of all, KTMs are on screen. Conditions so far make me feel like they could have a good weekend.
Yeah, just a little bit of information.
Everyone can see it's changed completely. What interests me more is layout.
An amazing job. It's a comparatively short layout, just 4 points.
Third, fourth, and fourth gear turns. It's like, the stuff of...
Certainly for Moto 3 and Moto 2, it dried up pretty quickly. It put in a brand new Michelin soft rear tyre. They were expecting perhaps some rain to fall.
To keep doing, So I knew Qatar would be tough. Here this morning
for a ride with President Jokowi, the pre-weekend has already had over 1 million views on that. So
did not suit him. He said he couldn't use the rear brake because the rear contact, he couldn't keep wind. I got told in '96 when they first started.
Suzuki's perfect time really, Simon, to look at Joan Mir and Alex Rins pre-race in we'll pick that up because there's been a problem. We were just about to have an onboard lap for the first time in MotoGP.
Like cut out, isn't it? Just stopped, turned off.
So as we say, then the problems
seeing a Suzuki pass a Ducati on the straight. And then later on you saw they can figure out how to make it more efficient, meaning a lower friction.
In the modern four-stroke era, has one of their bikes finished as close to the race winner as what I like?
Yeah, we did a very good pre-season start. In particular in Sepang, because was as you can see, everybody is improving the performance of the situation. So we are not trying to understand how to help him. For sure, and try to understand step by step if we did a good job. Style as he knows since the past, so we try to break in the same point right there with a lot of pressure because he won.
Galore, isn't he, Simon, today? I mean, he's clearly at the moment struggling to get that rear to lap times, as we expected, are starting to tumble pretty rapidly here. Miguel Oliveira now, who had to find some direction with this new Yamaha, trying to find some grip as well, is a mechanical problem which is going to cost him some crucial track time. Quattararo at the moment down in 21st place, but he is about to head back out onto the circuit now, as we can see.
He needs some laps, but he needs some grip. Watching him this morning, I'm pretty sure that just cut out. A little pressure in the tyre, meaning a little force into it as possible. Give it a hard times. But
motorcycle that was brilliant at launching off the line last year, where you'd put your mortgage on a Ducati getting the whole shot, but all Congram from Earth just coming down to the Repsol Honda team as well.
Some more aggressive starts come from the Honda. They've obviously, like you said, Stefan Bradl in the test team.
Second row in 6 to lead on the first lap, and likewise I was really impressed with
them. If you're going into the corner in 10th, by the time that line, spreads out.
Brad Binder has always been a Sunday man, and if he can put it together on a Saturday, what we've got from this new bike is turning. You release the brake and the front turns. You don't have to really...
What you just said, I heard Brad say it. The bike turns so much. Also, helps in that area, but also gets the bike turned.
Now with Fabio Quattararo, let's try and stick with him.
This is second to last turn, isn't it?
A bit. Pecco Bagnaia was saying throughout the winter as we tried to develop this GP 2022,
faster engine, that produced more power on the dyno, a better top speed. Sometimes you don't get to work on yourself enough, and it's also why I said this during. That's what's happening, the KTM boys have had to do the same. A lot of winter testing and deliver it as smoothly, especially initial throttle, lights up that rear tyre and
behind the scenes, as always, Simon's latest tech talk on electronics and how these teams are desperate for doing that. Want a lot of information.
Well, the reason I did it was in my sensors on the bike, and there's a full-time, the guy that plugs into the bike, it's a full-time job.
Hops guys here in Mandalika. Jack Appiar just saying there that there's having a pretty good second session as well as the young Spaniard, 15th place. He's already found one point. A pretty big hit psychologically. I mean, it is early days, of course, and
He's aggressive, rides kind of his natural way of shocks like this to force him to start using his head, using the team.
Playing there, the rookies using their heads. Darren, I think it's fair to say, got a bit of a bad rep. What's going on between the both of them. So he went to see Remy and ask him about from this weekend step by step to do better, and we told him just well because he was right in the fight to be rookie of the day.
And Darren in the post race, good to hear they had a bit of a catch up here pre-week.
Using your head more and not just your heart, you know, which Moto3 is the worst for that because they're forced to ride a heavier bike that because the tyres are harder time, it's easier to fall off, that he will have to learn before you know what I'm saying, before he
Here he comes then, the Frenchman. This is more likely from the world champion, 1:32.570.
So let's say that today with John, we said on Friday, Brivi has done a great job to build up this team, and I hope I'll be able to continue. Having said that, it's a new circuit basically for everybody, 3 days.
From that broken wrist he suffered in a motocross accident pre-season, so that's awesome.
Had to change from side to side, and he said his wrist is a bit of a nightmare to get it to go quickly.
We've got a very happy Hervé Poncharal, boss of the Tech 3 KTM team, down with Jack in pit lane.
Yet, but it's 0.7, so I think this is very exciting, you know, to see that all the hard work. And with the boys, we've been thinking quite a lot, and you know, I'm a lot happier, and I think
it's a good reference time, isn't it? They're not going to be sort of second guessing themselves. They can be going, well, the bike's there to get the best out of a new soft rear tyre, and they're going to be contenders for the top 6, which is so.
You might not be able to get it to work as well, and I'm worried for Suzuki that they won't be able to get
Quattararo to one of our 5 hot rookies, Fabio Di Gianantonio, covered off the first sub 132 lap of the weekend. Martin then down to a 131.
no grip. I mean, at a low grip track, it won't turn, it won't drive off the corner.
He's gone second, Miller third. Taka Nakagami's having a good strong one as well late on here.
To save these softs, you know, they have to do the bike set up and spend the laps on the hardest.
Over 100th of a second, so I just made a very, very good point. We saw, didn't we, throughout the pre-season, soft tyres, maybe that little bit of extra grip, like Simon pointed out, it's masking their problems. Hard gate crash, the Pramac Ducati party, because we our world championship leader, wasn't it? Thankfully, he splits away from the bike. Marc Marquez is down.
It's another fast one too, Matt.
Yeah, he's a little his feet as well.
That's fast, all right.
Oh, a couple of, well,
washing machine treatment in the
big hitters in this year's World Championship, having late drama here in FP2, and Joan Mir has got worked out for Mir. He's down in what, 21st place now. How crucial. Second practice session, we've got Paul Espargaro 20th, Joan Mir 21st, Pecco the end of FP2. This man though, that was more like it, wasn't it, from the World Champion? Frankie Morbidelli, of course, it's a new all-time lap record, because lap time set in
Well, so he was unable to post a fast lap time when he was out with the brand new soft rear tyre, because on
instant in Portimao last year, wasn't it, when he thought he'd got, I think, pole position, and then of course there was a